Well, hello, Hats Campers. This is your pre-camp out video for Wilderness First Aid, your upcoming camp out adventure. My name is Charles Triplet, and I, along with my daughter Annika, will be your directors for this weekend. Are you excited? You should be, because this is a great weekend. I know many of you may have already had some first aid training, but I guarantee you this one is going to be a different first aid training, better than anyone you've had before. We have got an incredible cast of instructors with medical backgrounds that have been doing this for years. We've all been together for years, and we know how to make it exciting. You're going to get a lot of hands-on practice in dealing with the types of first aid scenarios that you might encounter, both in HATS campouts and just in your daily life. So you'll practice splinting, you'll practice CPR and compressions, all kinds of things. So you're going to enjoy this weekend. Hope you're looking forward to it as much as we are. In HATS, all our campouts are driven by a mission. The HATS mission statement is growing relationships, communication, and leadership through adventure with our dads. And everything we do is oriented towards fulfilling that mission. Each campout also has a theme, a focus, and for Wilderness First Aid, that theme is Safety Starts With Me. That is a huge part of our campout, learning how to be safe on campouts, learning first aid. After this campout, you will actually be qualified to be the safety team on a campout and help your director run a safe campout. That's a huge focus of what we do here. It's not just about first aid, but it's about thinking things through and learning to identify potential risks and safety hazards that might make a campout unsafe and preventing it from happening in the first place. That's a huge part of being a safety team. It's not just, dispensing Band-Aids and medications, but really looking for things that might cause an accident, preventing it in the first place, warning people. An example might be to encourage people to hydrate if it's hot. You keep people drinking and keep them from getting dehydrated in the first place. So we'll discuss that in great detail on the campout. For your upcoming campout, this will be happening on Steve Lander's ranch. It's near Non, Oklahoma. We'll go over the directions in a moment. But I and my daughter Annika will be your directors. Our lead instructor is John Biedebach, who actually started the program. We also have Audrey Barlow, who is an RN, and Dr. Mark McKenzie as our instructors. And what I will tell you, these are all medical professionals. They're RNs, doctors, paramedics. They have extensive medical background. They have all kinds of stories about real-world experiences that they've had. And I will tell you that they make this program super memorable. What we have found is that by this time, lots of dads and even a lot of the kids by this time have had some form of first aid training, either through scouts or through work or for lifeguarding or something like that. So a lot of people have had basic first aid training. This isn't that. We get continual feedback that this is the best first aid training that most people have ever been to, and I really believe it's because of the quality of our instructors. Again, they are medical professionals. They've got real-world experience with emergencies, and they will tell you a lot of stories about how they've handled these emergencies that will really make the material stick in your head. We cover a lot of information, but our instructors make it really memorable. So when does this adventure start? Your adventure starts now. If you're watching this video, you need to go ahead and start planning for the upcoming weekend. Great time to involve your kids, help them plan out, which tent you're going to bring, what gear you're going to bring, what sleeping bags you need based on the weather. They can help with the shopping, with the meal planning. Go ahead and start planning now. It's better to do it ahead of time rather than waiting until Thursday night before you're heading out the next morning. So let's talk about the schedule a bit. This program is a little different than most campouts. a lot of it is sort of classroom. We are going to be sitting and looking at our textbooks and hearing instruction from the instructors. And it starts on Friday night, so it's very important that you be there by 8 p.m. on Friday evening. We do cover a lot of material between 8 and 10 on Friday. We orient you to the program, we jump right in, and we go over a lot of the foundational concepts of first aid that you'll need to know. On Saturday, we'll start with 7 a.m. wake-up call. We'll circle up at 8 a.m. We'll do some of the things that we always do, exercises, name game. Then we'll jump right into our first aid sessions with CPR and learning how to operate the AED, the defibrillator device. We'll cover environmental situations like weather and insect stings, snake bites, things like that. We will have a lunch break at noon, and then afternoon we're going to have a couple more sessions on bleeding, burns, and trauma. Then we'll have some games. In the afternoon, one of the fun things we do is the first aid follies, kind of modeled on the Olympics. It'll be a competition where we'll have teams competing, and it'll involve all kinds of aspects of first aid along with some physical demands. Dinner is a lot of fun. We tend to gather up in the barn. We've got a covered barn at this location that is really nice. If it's raining or if it's really cold, we can be inside the barn. And at dinner, we all get together, and the instructors go around and they tell stories about first aid situations they've been in, mostly successful, but not all successful. And it's really good time on Saturday evening hearing all these stories. Sunday, 7 a.m. wake up call again. Circle up at 8. In the morning, we'll have some games. We will summarize the material we've learned. We'll have a final exam on Sunday, and then we'll do our breakout questions and wrap up, and we will have you out by 11:30, no matter what. So what kind of gear do you need on this camp out? This camp out is a little bit different because we're not doing a physical activity. We're not hiking, we're not kayaking or backpacking or anything like that. The ranch is really pretty. It is heavily wooded, so it's beautiful. You'll be able to see the night sky. You'll hear animals and coyotes and stuff like that. So it's real pretty, but we'll be having our classes in the barn dominium. What you will need your tent, of course. It's still tent camping. You'll need everything, for your regular tent site. Your 3 gallons of water per person. We do have water in the barn dominium if you need to refill. You want to bring your 8-pound bag of self-lighting charcoal because we will have dinner on Saturday night. You might bring a few pieces of firewood, and we have a checklist in the packet if you're wanting to go over that. Any kind of inhalers, EpiPens, meds, other personal safety items you want to make sure you bring. We are pretty remote at this location. There are no stores nearby, so you want to make sure you bring everything you need. So as I mentioned, we'll be doing a lot of our instruction in the barn, and you'll want to bring with you camp chairs and a small folding table that you can put your book and gear on. We will provide you with a first aid book and first aid kits that are fully stocked that you will take with you on campouts when you're the safety team. So that's what you can expect. Oklahoma weather can change, I think, faster than it does even in Texas. I think it's because of the mountains there. A few days before, on our Thursday night email, we'll let you know what the weather forecast is as we get closer, but it can get cold up there. And you will definitely want to bring rain gear. You definitely want to have layers. It'll be cool in the morning most likely, warm up during the day, so you want to have synthetic layers. Of course, we always want to have a positive attitude. Doesn't matter what the weather is. We always have a good time on Hats campouts. If it's really cold at night, we encourage you to double bag your sleeping bags. Bring extra blankets. It's car camping. You can bring anything you need and store it in the cars if you don't need it, if you don't end up using it. So, as far as directions to the ranch in Oklahoma, this is Steve Lander's ranch, and they've recently put up a new sign. You'll see a sign at the ranch gate called Circle 22 Ranch. As far as how to get there, it's about 2.5 hours from the Hats office. And once you get into Oklahoma, there's really no major roads, so a lot of small roads. In the packet, you will find a map, you'll find directions, and you will find GPS coordinates. I strongly recommend that you use those GPS coordinates. Those will get you there. Put those into your preferred navigation program and count on that. Non-Oklahoma, N-O-N, that is the little tiny village that's closest to the ranch. And that should come up on your mapping program too. That'll get you close. But use the coordinates. That will get you there. And have the printout of the map handy for you too. Of course, we will have the hat signs out on the roadside that will help you get there as well. And just call if you have any questions. In all our Hats campouts, we have some non-negotiable rules that you need to agree to be on our campouts. You are probably familiar with these by now, but if you're new to Hats camping, you may come from another background that doesn't have these types of rules or has different rules, so we always like to cover them for you. We've got an 18-inch rule. That means that we do everything together as a team, but with dad and student, dad and daughter, dad and son. Throughout the whole weekend, we want you together. That's how you grow your relationship. No electronics. We strongly enforce that. We do not want you on your phone or tablet. That is a huge barrier to building relationships. No cell phones, no tablets. Leave it in your car. No alcoholic beverages. That will separate the kids and the adults quicker than anything if we allowed alcohol on the campout. So again, leave it in your car or just don't bring them at all. No pets, huge distraction if we have pets on campouts. No firearms, same things, shiny object. Dads want to converse about the firearms. Leaving protocols, what that means is if you must leave due to emergency or something happens back home, please tell Director Red Hat. We really need to know if you leave the campout for any reason. Hopefully there won't be one. If you need to leave early on Sunday for any reason, then again, let's talk about it and let's plan out when is your best time to leave so that there's no disruption to the campout. Alright, that pretty much covers everything we wanted you to know to have a successful adventure at Wilderness First Aid. Be sure to read the packet and all the details and tips and notes that we shared there. Super helpful. Our goal for you this weekend, we want to give you the knowledge, the tools and the resources, the practice and the hands-on experience that you need to have confidence to respond effectively to emergency situations on Hats adventures and in your day-to-day life as well. With that confidence, we'll all be able to work together to lead successful Hats adventures. Really grateful for all of you that you're making the time to come to this camp out and learn these important skills. It makes a huge difference. We couldn't do this without you. Safe travels. We'll see you Friday night. If anyone is having trouble on the road or is going to get there after 8, please let me know. My name and number are in the packet. With that, we'll see you on Friday evening. Take care.